everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video of my top spring perfume recommendations. I love when the weather changes and I think it's the perfect time to mix up your sort of perfume tray or perfumes that you regularly wear. So I have some top recommendations at all different price points of some of my favorite spring fragrances. If you are new here, then hello and welcome. I'm all about perfumes. I have hundreds of videos like this, not just going through like lists like this, but reviewing new releases, whole ranges, perfume notes, perfumers. So do check out my other content, and if you're a regular viewer, do make sure you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up. And don't forget you can sign up to my newsletter in the link down below as well to hear about latest releases and discounts from my perfumes. And as always, all the links to where you can get all the perfumes I talk about in this video will be linked down below in the description box and in the pinned comment, where they're available all around the world. So for me, you know, it's kind of obvious, springtime is a perfect time to wear like fresh floral blossom style perfumes. You know, moving away from like heavy jasmines and vanillas and gourmands in the winter to something a bit more fresh and clean. One of my favorite ones to bring out in the spring is Versace Bright Crystal, which is a really clean peony scent with a lotus note underneath that really adds to the sort of fresh, watery, aquatic feel to it. And for this video, I've actually collaborated with Dossier Fragrances, who, if you haven't heard of them, these guys create affordable alternatives to like famous designer fragrances. So they have a perfume called Fruity Magnolia, which is essentially very similar to Versace Bright Crystal. And the 50ml here though is £29, so it's really affordable. And Dossier is available in lots of different countries, but they've finally come to the UK now. So you can order these in the UK. I'll put the link down below in the description box. And they're vegan and cruelty free, and they use the best perfumers. They're made in Grasse in France, ethically sourced ingredients. You're just not paying for like a big fancy bottle or all the marketing that, you know, brands like Versace do. You could also use my code Soki10 for a limited time to get 10% off your order. So I'll put those links down below, but I wanted to say thank you to Dossier for coming to the UK and collaborating with me on this video. So if you do like your peony scents, then definitely this could be a good option for you. One perfume I always used to wear in the springtime that used to have peony in was Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet. That was the old version that had the metal bow on it. Now they reformulated it the other year and it has this fabric bow on it, and this is slightly different. It has a sweet pea note in it, which is quite similar to peony. It's very clean. Obviously sweet pea is slightly sweet, but it's super floral, very delicate. I love the smell of sweet pea flowers. I just find them so like joyful and fun. Blooming Bouquet is an eau de toilette, so it's quite light. So if you're looking for something quite fresh, perhaps you live in a climate that's you know, quite warm already in springtime, this could be a good option. It is quite expensive, but there really aren't many sweet pea perfumes out there. So if you do love the smell of sweet peas like me, I do really love this scent. I wish it was an eau de parfum, but it's a pretty bottle and it is a really pretty scent. Another perfume note which is perfect for the springtime is Magnolia. Of course, Magnolia Blossom comes out in the spring. Probably my favorite is from Estee Lauder, their Beautiful Magnolia. This is the original eau de parfum Beautiful Magnolia. This also has a lotus note in it, which adds to that sort of floral, aquatic, fresh feel, and I find it performs really well. It lasts. Magnolia is usually something that's really easily like overpowered because it's so delicate, but in this it does last. There's a little bit of gardenia as well, so very light, clean, white floral, very pretty. Always a good Mother's Day present or gifting idea this time of year. And then another Magnolia is from Juliette Has a Gun, their Magnolia Bliss. I do find this lasts as well. This one is a little bit more fruity than the Estee Lauder one because it has got a sort of nectarine note in it, and it does have some ambroxan and a hint of vanilla in the base, so it's a little bit deeper, stronger magnolia, not as sort of light and airy as the Estee Lauder one, but still magnolia is that same note, and it's definitely one of the sort of prettiest and freshest of all the Juliette Hazard fragrances. From Jo Malone, my favourite Jo Malone perfume is Nectarine Blossom and Honey. Again, this is a sort of osmanthus, delicate, slightly orangey, peachy perfume. It was actually one of the big inspirations for me behind my Artemis fragrance, which is also that sort of osmanthus, peachy, nectarine, slightly green scent as well. So these two are very similar. I think osmanthus is definitely a note that you want to wear in like perhaps the autumn, but also the springtime. It has that slightly peachiness to the flower. Osmanthus is a flower that grows in China, so it's not something that we get to see a lot like in the UK. I don't get any honey in the Nectarine Blossom and Honey. I don't know why it's called that. These are both like fresh green and peachy floral fragrances. If you like something with a hint of Lily of the Valley in, Ellis Brooklyn Florist is a really pretty fragrance. It really does smell like walking into a florist shop, or you know, somewhere where loads of people have been, you know, making floral bouquets. When you first spray it, you get a top note of a pear and a bit of lemon, but then it sort of quickly reveals that floral, fresh, bit of green, like the green stems that have just been cut at the florists, like honeysuckle and lots of white florals. It's really pretty. It's quite light, it's not too heavy, and I do love the pink, you know, the hot pink bottle. And then for something a little bit stronger and a little bit more orangey, the Elisab Le Parfum. This is actually Le Parfum Lumière. Elisab Le Parfum is a great fragrance. It's orange blossom and jasmine. It lasts really, really well. It's really pretty and classy. And then they released this version called Lumière that just has a little bit more orange in it than the original, though they are like 90% the same fragrance. I love the bottle, like how, you know, it's so beautiful, like the sunshine just shining out of it. And this really does last. It's a bit stronger because it has quite a lot of jasmine in compared to some of the others, but I do think it does work in the springtime. And then lastly, something that's quite affordable from Jennifer Lopez, the Jennifer Lopez Promise fragrance. These you can get for about £30, 30 something for 100ml. This is a honeysuckle with a little bit of a orange and pear opening, but it's a delicate, easygoing honeysuckle, a little bit of sandalwood in the base as well, but great if you want something just for every day where you can just do loads of sprays and you don't mind because it's like really affordable. So I thought I'd throw that one in there as a really affordable option. And I forgot to mention as well, I know some people aren't aware of that my Artemis comes in travel sprays. Like all my fragrances come in these travel sprays, so they're another affordable option. And of course, thank you to everyone who did my recent survey, by the way. One of the things that came out from that was that people aren't aware that you can get my fragrances in Europe in the at eu.fragrance.com, so you can order them there with like free shipping, no custom charges, and also in North America, Mexico, Australia on FragranceNet as well. So all those links are in the description box. But that's it, guys. Let me know what else you'd add to this list. There's so many other beautiful like springtime perfumes. All links in description box. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.